We need to talk.
Damn right. Lots for me to explain. But not here. The night's got ears. We can have our talk in your head. You have a room there, right?
How do you know about that?
I'm your grandfather. What don't I know?
There are literal overlaps between our world and the Dark Place. Did Wake name all these things? You know about my mind place? How is that possible?
We all have the power. Find the truth. Damn right I do. Odin already told you you're a seer. You can gaze into their heads, see the truth. See past the lies. Past this bullshit horror story. Us Andersons aren't bound by it. You can fight it. Don't be the story. Make the story.
It's true. I am a seer. I have a power. My mind place is more than I thought it was. This isn't my intuition. I'm seeing their thoughts. Is this why I know the truth about Logan? While everyone else forgot? You said you were my grandfather. If that's true, why wasn't I told about you?
You were part of our fucked up family. Way before this horror story. I was a shitty fucking dad to Freya. Your mom didn't deserve that. Not one bit. Things were said and done. Not a day goes by I haven't regretted it. But that fucking father of yours didn't make things any easier. I know Freya is gone. So I need to apologize to you. I am sorry, Saga.
I can see he's sorry. Mom said she didn't want anything to do with my grandfather. And that my father died before I could remember. It all matches. Tor and Odin aren't part of my family. You said you were a shitty father to my mom. Is that why she left?
Freya never looked back. My girl was strong. Freya always thought our powers had a dangerous side. Odin and me did fuck with things that should not have been fucked with. Your mom had common sense. She raised you right. Kept you safe. I'm not surprised she didn't tell you about the Anderson power.
She was always protecting me. Whenever I told my mom about my mind place, she called it make-believe. I wish she'd been more honest with me. At least towards the end. Mom wouldn't talk about my father. You knew him?
Some doors are better left closed. Your dad was a complicated bastard. Always thinking too many steps ahead. That's not how we work. There was trouble, and then he was gone. I didn't handle it well. Freya didn't want anything to do with me after that. I can't blame her.
I never knew my dad or my mom's family. So many broken relationships in my past. I won't lose mine. With Logan. With David. I won't stop until they're safe. I have the clicker. Can I use it to save my daughter?
An amp? Get your guitar roaring, and your drums crashing. blow reality's eardrums. Just the light switch isn't enough. It's Tom's story we're dealing with, so he's gotta be the one to rewrite it. After that's done, he can flick that switch to bring the whole thing home, baby.
I can't use the clicker without Wake. Tom. Meaning Wake. He needs to rewrite the story first. I can't stop the horror story without him. Wake needs to be the one to rewrite the ending. And I'll need to keep an eye on him. The story doesn't affect me like it does other people. Because of who I am. Because of my family. No. The way Tor behaved? I'm surprised my mom hung around for as long as she did. But he is genuinely sorry. Tor and Odin can actually speak with me in my mind place, thanks to their own powers. Tor and Odin are my relatives. The evidence fits with what I know is true. It's a lot to process. Wake wrote Logan into the story. He had no right to use her like this. There is still time to make him fix it. I won't give him a choice. Thanks for telling me this, Tor. I need to go find Wake. To stop this.
The old gods of Asgard will be ready to help. Me and my bro will bring the rock when you need it. Remember, your daughter is alive. Just kept from you by this bullshit horror story.
I needed to hear that. Thanks, Grandpa.
Don't about me, kiddo. I'll drag my sorry ass over to Odin. A few shots of the Andersons' finest will fix us both up. See you soon, Saga.
The FBC is holding Wake at the sheriff's station. I need to make Agent Estevez understand. They have Wake and I have the clicker. We have to work together to stop this. Get the clicker to Wake, and make him fix his attempt to play God. That's the plan. But the FBC have him.
Cynthia Weaver was downstairs at breakfast, Rose snuck into her room. With all the lamps in the room, it took her a while to find the one with an angel. Luckily, the dream Alan had sent her had been very clear. Rose was certain that Cynthia would not miss one lamp. She had so many. Tonight, Rose would put the lamp in a shoebox and let it sink into the garden pond. That's what Alan wanted. That's how she could help him. The thought made her whole body buzz with joy. Cynthia knew the lamp was missing the very moment she came back to her room. She was overcome by grief. It had been Tom's lamp, one of the few things that reminded her of him. It had not worked in a long time with the cord severed and the light switch gone. But there are other kinds of lights than the ones we can see. The invisible light of the angel lamp had held Cynthia together all these years. With tears welling in her eyes, she didn't see the shadows shifting in the corners of her room.
Another lunchbox.
Saga squeezed the trigger of the pump-action shotgun. The shots poured out, faster and faster in a growing frenzy.
Up next, we had a guest lined up. I have it written down here somewhere. What's this say? Jim Figamore. Figamore. I know that name from somewhere, but... Oh, the line's lighting up, so that could be him. Hello, you're on with Pat Maine.
Hey, it's Terry. I'm at the Elderwood Palace Lodge and there's been a shootout. FBI everywhere. I think somebody's dead. I was working the front desk when bullets just started flying. I had to hide under my desk.
Oh, gosh, Terry. Clearly a bit of embellishment on your part. But it sounds like maybe Russ Hammond's been hunting quail in the off-season again.
Quail? You're not listening. They shut up the whole damn hotel. And that's not all. I swear to sweet Jesus Murphy, I saw Alan Wake walk in before it all happened.
Alan Wake? Now, is that one of Mandy May's kids?
Alan fucking Wake, Pat, the writer. You've talked about him on the show. He disappeared years ago.
Disappeared, you say? Okay, this is all coming together now. See, people were calling in about Wendy Davis going missing, but it sounds like they have her confused with this Alan Walker fellow you're talking about. Terry, you were there last Sunday at the market selling those cuckoo clocks when I came to visit, remember?
Pat, no.
And who was selling beef jerky in that stall next to yours? Wendy Davis. Davis Family Beef Jerky. Now, how can she be selling me beef jerky on Sunday and be missing since 2010? It's ridiculous.
Wendy's fucking dead. I'm talking about Alan Wake. Jesus, Pat. This is serious. I'm trying to put the warning out. There's something wild going on. I gotta go in case they come back.
Okay, that was Jim Figamore, everybody, and he'll be running for mayor this, wait, no, that was, anyway, that's our show for today. Anyway, here's another song from Kathy's grandson, Daryl.
Every night was bingo night at the Valhalla nursing home. Each time Rose drew a ball from the cage and called out its number, some of the residents shouted bingo, no matter what was on their cards. Some of them sat mute, their cards full, never calling out. Some of them would try to steal the ball from her. Some of them would chastise the others for acting out. It was like herding a clouder of cats. Rose didn't mind. She liked cats. She knew she was where she was supposed to be, with her little Vikings, waiting for the hero to come. Tonight, the residents were restless, more so than usual. Ati was wearing Blum's coveralls again. Tor stood by the phone. Too late. Rose saw the hammer in his hand. The garden lights started to flicker, the darkness and rain pressing against the windows. The time drew nigh.
Another cult stash?
The 81st annual Deer Fest was just around the corner. Everyone in Bright Falls was bustling. There were banners to be hung, pies baked, deer masks sold. Bright Falls had made the top 100 American small town lists for its modest, rustic charm. The town expected a lot of tourists this year, but a shadow hung over the Deer Fest preparations. The forecast promised rain. Fearful whispers promised more murders. The police were on high alert. Sheriff Breaker had deputies patrolling the streets at night. Bright Falls was no stranger to odd happenings, but to cancel Deerfest? Out of the question. The townsfolk were anxious, their anticipation mixed with fear. People had restless dreams. The lights seemed dimmer. Floodwater pressed in on the town, and the shadows poured in with it.
Another cult box. Another locked box.
When the government seized the land around Cauldron Lake and set up their laboratory there, Ilmo Koskela knew they knew something. Together with his brother, they felt obliged to take a look inside. The Federal Bureau of Control Security was a joke. The Koskelas walked in delivering coffee. Back in Watery, they pored over the stack of files they grabbed. The FBC was researching something in the lake, something they called the Shadow. Everyone who went into the lake came back a monster. Hartman had gone into the lake. He'd come back bad. The FBC had captured him, interrogated him. Based on his ravings, Barbara Jagger had gone into the lake as far back as the 60s. She'd come back bad. The writer, Alan Wake, had gone into the lake. He'd faced Jagger, pushed some mystic light switch into a hole in her chest, flicked the switch and gotten rid of her. If Wake ever came back, he was bound to be bad as well.
Fucking monsters. There's another cult stash. Another one of those rhymes. Hello, dear.
One remaining.
That's it. Can never have too many charms. There's a rhyme over here. Okay. Oh, shit.
Stranger.
Around the corner!
More than usual!
Come on.
Felt good! Anticipation makes you fear!
Folks were anxious!
Okay. I think that's all of them. Look at that. Another charm. There's another lunchbox. Another one of those lunchboxes.
Rose woke up from another dream from her idol. Another message. All through her morning routine, she was humming happily. So happily, she realized she was starting to forget what Alan had told her. Something about a hero who would come to save them all. And the hero... Rose frowned. This won't do, Rose Marigold. You know better than to forget. Something about knitwear. The hero liked it? Rose nodded, determined. She'd use the knitwork to guide the hero to the secret stashes she had hid in the forest to help them. Knitwear to mark the spot. Alan will love that, she thought. Now she only needed the knitwork. Rose thought hard. Mandy May was always knitting. Mandy May would help her.
back with the Pat Main Radio Hour. Up next, it's time to make some predictions on what parade floats we'll be seeing at Deerfest. This year's parade theme is deer, just like every year, so we're not exactly reinventing the wheel here. But first, I need to address something. I know the last couple of shows took a strange turn, with people coming on talking nonsense about certain people passing away. Listen, I know everybody who steps foot in and out of this town, so I'd sure as heck know if Wendy Davis died or went missing. You know, they say I'm confused. I hear them in the hall murmuring about me. Well, Pat's got a rusty ticker, but my head's as clear as those skies are going to be on the opening day of Deerfest. Somebody's trying to twist this story around, and I don't know quite why. But I'm here to tell you that everything's going to be okay. Wendy Davis is alive and well, and you can rest easy knowing that Wendy Davis's family beef jerky will be available this Sunday just like it always is. Now, with all that settled, let's talk about the what was it we were talking about? Deer. Yes, something deer. Hold on, let me think real quick. Right. So first, I just want to mention that I know the last couple of shows took a strange turn, with people coming on talking nonsense about certain people passing away. Wait, did we talk about this already? I think we... No, I definitely said this already, but it was a great topic lined up with... I'm so sorry, it's just not coming to me. Perhaps we need to end it here for now. We'll pick this up later. I'm so sorry, it's just not coming to me. Perhaps we need to take a break. We'll pick this up later. Deer. It had something to do with deer. I know, I wrote it down. Why can't I just What was it? Maybe Norman took my notes. Oh, gotta see Norman. Gotta see Norman.
Another rhyme. Yes.
Hunting season was a blast!
Late night poker game.
Well, now there's less monsters. Look at that. Another charm.
Those people just burst in here and expect others to clean up after them.
Well, at least the fishes are biting again.
Pat Main here.
Like all that hubbub.
Pat Main here. Sorry for the late start on today's program. I took a little hike to clear my head, and you know that fresh mountain air really does wonders. But I just couldn't seem to find my way back. I know that trail like the back of my hand, but it's somehow different now. Everything's changed. I'm starting to feel like I'm the only one who remembers how it used to be. All I kept thinking was, I need to find my way back. Find my way back. My way. Anyway, we're here now, and I'm proud to announce that our show has a new sponsor. So, the Pat Main Radio Hour is now brought to you by... Jesus, it was on the tip of my tongue. Maybe I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, all these notes just say Wendy Davis over and over. I know that name. Who is that? Well, for now, we'll just say the sponsor is Coffeeland and give them a plug here. Coffeeland? Is that right? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm feeling a bit out of sorts today. I took a little hike out around Mirror Peak to clear my head. That fresh mountain air usually does wonders, but something happened out there. What was it? Something happened. What was that? What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, maybe we can come back to that later. Yes, let's get to our first guest on the show here. Who do we have on the line? My paper here says Wendy Davis. Ha. Wendy, you're on the line with Pat Maine. Wendy, are you there? Must have a connection issue. We'll try to get hold of Wendy later on, you know? You know what? I think I remember where I know that name from. Yes, it says right here, Davis Family Beef Jerky. That must be our new sponsor. Apologies to Wendy for the confusion. I went out for a hike earlier to clear my head in that fresh mountain air, and ever since I've been feeling like... Do you ever feel like everything's spinning in a circle and you're trying to just keep your finger on it? I must be reacting to the humidity from all that rain. But usually, when I get a headache like this, it means sunshine is right around the corner. So we can all look forward to some good weather just in time for Deerfest. Up next, we have a new song from a local musician. This is a song by, what's it say here? Wendy Davis. We'll be back after this. Get it together, Pat. Breathe. Just breathe. They need you out there. All right, look around. Make a list of what's real, just like he said. A filing cabinet, microphone, computer, chair, soundboard, sticky note. Breathe. Oh, breathe. Breathe. You're okay. This is real and you're okay. Lamp, bed, coffee mug, microphone. No. I need some air. I need to get back. I need to get back.
Hello? Anybody there? Oh, I will hang up now.
Another one of those cult boxes. Another cult stash?
He wouldn't just wander off and not tell us. Especially after all the weirdness at the lodge. I'm worried, Jules.
Well, I'm fucking worried too. You just had to... Okay. One of us needs to stay at the lodge in case Marcy shows up. And the other one should go out looking for her.
If we canvass the woods, we're sure to find some tracks or something. Some hints to her whereabouts. We can even use some of our equipment.
This is not the time to geek out over the stupid gear, Riley. It's all toys anyway.
You remember how it went last time? The sacrifices we made? The pain? It's happening again. We learned from the last time, didn't we? Fought our way through it. Held fast. And now look at us. As thick as thieves.
I hear some concerning things over from Bright Falls.
You mean that horrible affair at the lodge? Why is everyone running around shooting at everything nowadays?
I thought small towns like ours were supposed to be safe.
Oh! Hello, Mare Setter. Nice to meet you. Well, that's the cutest mare I've ever seen for sure.
try to steal.
Steady.
What is so well twisted?
Not good. I'm never gonna get used to this. Another cult box. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. More of those rhymes. That's it. Hey, another charm. Another Alex Casey lunchbox? Rose did all this for me. She completely believes that I am the hero in Wake's story. She should be a bit more critical of a person who tries to control people's lives.
Animals stayed away from the water's edge as if to avoid some unseen submerged predator waiting just below the dark surface. They never drank the water from the lake. Birds flew around it, never over. Darkness flowed from Cauldron Lake. Gaze in the black mirror of the lake, you'd see it all around you, and you'd understand it was already out, already where you were. It was already too late. Cauldron Lake used to be alive with people. Beautiful forests, hiking trails leading to stunning vistas. Then the government put up a fence, kept the people out. Volcanic gas, they said. They didn't want anyone knowing the truth. The lake wasn't a lake at all. The dark water a mask to hide the hungry, bottomless ocean below. A fence couldn't stop the flood that was coming. Nothing could. The return of the nightmare rising from the depths.
Another locked box. Oh, another rhyme.
The fear was sharp, brittle. Read about it.
And another charm. Witchfinder's Station. I've been there before. Worth checking out. Hate to see them like this. What if I take the weird doll to the place it's not supposed to go? What's the worst that can happen? They're actually kind of cute the longer you look at them.
doctrine! It was already out! This was a bust! Dork! With people! We will watch it eat the mind!
Oh. Ooh. Oh.
While the loving mother and her hatchling all tried to survive. When a
What the?
Hello? Are you receiving me?
Who is this? How do you know I'm here?
I've been monitoring your incessant tampering with my project. You have made some advantageous progress, however.
What project?
What project? So you've just been playing around with my test arrangements with absolutely no understanding of their function. The hubris.
Indeed.
But your interference with my research has come to its conclusion, and I'm interested to see the results. The trick, I believe, is in the manifestation of the nursery rhymes. Art becoming reality, the doorway being revealed, and perhaps even someone entering it.
Get to the point.
Middleton and rude, I see. The point is that by your unwanted actions, you may have opened the way. And now I'll get to observe what exactly occurs when a subject crosses the threshold. No. Wait, that's not right. What is that? Do you see?
What? Hello? Hey, are you there? Sounds like this person got more than they bargained for. Ugh, this stuff again. There's something else in there, too. This will be handy. There's a lesson here. Probably something about hubris. Man in lab coat messes around and finds out. Called it.
plate!
Well, now there's less monsters.